Alrighty, welcome to another tutorial in Lightwave 3D. In this session we'll be looking at the selection menu, and we're going to also look at how to reduce geometry. And first of all, let's get started. We're going to start by creating a simple object. We're going to create a vase, and I want to use the Bezier tool, which is found under Curves and under the Create tab. And let's start by creating our starting point at the 0 position on X. If you look at the lower left hand window here, we can zoom in on that. I'm going to create a point right there at 0. And remember to look in the position windows to let you know where your cursor's at. So I'm going to create some handles here. And let's move into the single window view by clicking the triangle here in the upper right hand corner and zoom in on it and then move it down. Alrighty. And let's create a curve here and another Bezier here and move that up just to kind of base a nice curve. Let's move this handle down and this one over here. Rotate like so. And another here. And let's move this, set it here, so move it here. Okay. Now we're going to reduce some of these points that the Bezier tool is creating. I'll show you how to do that in a minute here. Let's finish tweaking this. And as you notice, I'm in front of the last point that was created, or the last Bezier that was created. And I'm going to move that here. The Bezier tool, it kind of works the same way as Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, if you guys ever use that. I'll 0 here and move. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to bring up the numeric panel just by pressing N on the keyboard, and let's reduce some of the points by reducing the subdivision. Okay, let's take that down to about 6. Less points and less geometry. And let's commit to that by selecting the space bar, or you can select the Bezier tool under the Curves menu again. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alrighty, you can also fine tune this a little bit more if you want by selecting Control T, which is the individual point move. So I can move these around like so. Now, the more points you have, the more geometry, the longer the render times are. And also, not only that, it allows you to, well, it kind of slows you down when you're creating, when you're actually moving the object, because you have so many polygons and points. You don't want to spend a lot of time waiting on your machine to catch up with what you're doing. Okay. Alright, that looks good enough. Now, let me show you one other thing. I'm going to select the space bar to deselect the move tool, because I want to make sure that these points are dead on 0. And to select points, just make sure the points tab is selected down at the bottom. You've got points, edges, polygons, and Control T allows you to move individual points that are selected. And I'm going to move these out on purpose, just for demonstrational purposes. It doesn't allow you to move points that are unselected when you have points selected. And let me add a little bit more detail here too. Let me spacebar select here to deselect those points. And I'm going to do Control T again. I'm going to move this, give this vase kind of a flat bottom by moving some of these points around. Kind of make a little landing there across the bottom of the vase right here. And let's move it down. Alrighty. Select the space bar again to make sure I got the point selected. So handy key is the V key. Select V for set value. And what this does, it sets the value, it moves the points, it moves the selected points to the 0 position in X, Y, or Z. Or you can change the value and place it wherever you want to place it. And what I want is X. So X is already selected. I'm going to click OK. And if you notice, the points will snap to the center of the X-axis. Okay, there we go.